Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Happy Monday to you, everybody. We hope you've enjoyed your weekend. Pretty gloomy and cool, wasn't it? Felt more like a nice late October afternoon than it did September. But hey, guess what? Fall is now 10 days away. We're getting our start in the realm of things, and guess what? We're going to be feeling like it for sure. So we have the rest of Monday to deal with any showers and storms that will be moving through. This is all part of a cold front that'll be finally moving this area, bringing in so much drier air, i.e. lower dew points, and much comfortable conditions for us. So for those who've been wanting that nice fall weather, even some overnight lows dipping in the low 50s. So it's particularly coming up tomorrow and Wednesday morning. Or tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, and Wednesday night going to Thursday morning. It's going to feel pretty nice and refreshing out there. So a lot of you have been wanting that fall football weather. Hey, it's here for sure, and we'll talk more about the forecast here for you. And if you're curious what brought the rain over the weekend, it was a remnant, just a low pressure itself that was been forming in the Gulf of Mexico last week. It finally made its way northward, giving us that rain over the weekend. So we saw several inches of rain. A lot of it was much needed because it's been so kind of dry recently. So our rain departure is looking great, which is good news. So we have more of a surplus than we do a rain departure in our forecast. So in the rest of the afternoon, it's going to be playing it out with some scattered showers and storms moving for us. Temperatures in the 70s and 60s for us. So overnight, again, this may have you may not get a strong thunderstorm, but you may get a rumble of thunder embedded with some storms moving in tonight. Again, our sunset is now at 7:31. We passed the threshold on that over the weekend. We'll see clouds increasing later tonight. That'll be giving us some much cooler and refreshing air that's going to be moving in our direction as we make our way towards the overnight hours and into your Tuesday and the rest of your week. So again, temperatures tonight stay. Look at the Friends and Meadows of Dan, 51 degrees. Brr, cool start to this. We're running well below normal for this time of year, but hey, I am not complaining, and I hope you're not either. Temperatures outside of Meadows of Dan are going to be in the mid 50s, low to mid uppers 50s, near 60 from Martinsville down to Ridgeway. Going towards the Martinsville Speedway, which of course is celebrating its 75th anniversary. So I think there's something scheduled or something has already happened out down that way. So the weather-wise for that's looking pretty nice and pretty crisp and cool, to put it in terms. For Tuesday, hey, look at this, 77 degrees here in the city of Martinsville. You haven't seen the rest of the daytime highs for elsewhere. I'm so generous to you. I'm giving you a 10 out of 10 because, first of all, it's been so gloomy. It's been so wet. Now we're going to finally get a chance to get that sunshine, and our first 7 a.m. sunset is in the making. So you know what that means, right? Darker mornings are ahead. So by the time you wake up, maybe 6:30 or so, maybe not, you've been waking up maybe a little bit later because that sun's been getting up later now. Get used to that as we make our way towards the upcoming months. And of course, by the end of October going into November, that first weekend in November, we'll begin to turn our clocks back an hour, so we'll gain the extra hour of sleep. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are too. And we'll be seeing earlier sunsets and later sunrises in the morning. So we know how this time goes. It seems like the dark era of ages we live in during that threshold, because it's so like, is it ever going to get bright outside? And it does. Now again, temperature 70 at Meadows of Dan. So a lot of orchards are beginning to pop their apples, and some of those pumpkin out there. So if you sell pumpkins, or farmers market out towards Patrick County, Franklin County, even seeing some nice 70s all across the board. 77 here in the Martinsville, 79 out towards Ridgeway, and again 76 at Ferrum. So Ferrum College football fans, so maybe you've head out there, or better yet, if you've been out towards Virginia Tech, of course, it's now their home game this past weekend. Of course, I believe it was a win. I'm not 100% sure. Don't not quote me. That's why I'm the weatherman. I don't do sports, so that's why Chad Hall does all that stuff for us. But a nice afternoon is in the making, and maybe just some of your yard. I got some family calling me this weekend saying, Dustin, when can I get out there and mow that grass? Get out there this week. Take advantage of it, because here's why. Before we get to that, I do want to quickly showcase our pollen level. We'll show that first, and we'll end on the pollen levels. For that, first of all, when was the last time I've had 5 consecutive sunny days? I don't know. It's been such a long time, because it seems to appear that every time we get a nice week ahead, it's going to rain. None of that's in the forecast this week. Carbon copy paste every afternoon here for us. So first of all, it's much needed. Second, it's well below where we need to be for this time of year. But you know what though? 53 Tuesday, I'll tell you that. We could see some 40s in some outlining areas. 55 again Wednesday night there, but sunny. Friday football looking pretty nice at 81. So kickoff temperatures are going to be quickly falling in the 60s and low 60s out there. So I advise you to go ahead and bring a light coat. Maybe bring out the hot chocolate for you. Friday night football. Of course, you're doing any weekend plans. We're getting close to Oktoberfest here pretty soon, just a couple of weeks away from that, I believe it or not. So we'll see how the forecast holds toward the end of the month and going into the 1st of October. But just soak this in. I'll step out of here. I mean, not much it's been rare since we've had more sun than clouds this year, believe it or not. We've seen more actually cloud cover this year than we had seen lots of sunshine. So kind of hard to believe that's been the theme for us for this year, to put that as. So get out there and enjoy it. Real quick, pollen levels. Yeah, allergy sufferers, you want to have your stuff on standby. We have a 9 all the way through Thursday. Of course, the centipedes, grasses, and ragweed now is this time of year, as we've got most of that hay baled up, if not already. And then, of course, all of the leaves from the pollen over the summer that just accumulated during the spring. All that now is beginning to fall off the ground. So all of our trees are beginning, get the allergy meds out. I'm going to recommend you, I'm not a doctor, but if you were going to be out there, if you're going to be enjoying the outdoors for the next several days, take advantage of it first and foremost. And this is the time of year when I'll have to say, don't overexert yourself, because dry air, dew points are going to be in the 40s to low 50s, so it's going to feel really nice over the next several days, possibly even going into next week right now. So thanks to this high pressure that's bringing in some much dry and cooler temperatures for us, we're going to be in for a nice setup, minus the pollen. Just keep that in mind. If you suffer from that, it is expected to be on the high side pretty much all through this week. So, and of course, the ragweed and grasses is now that time of year. Since everybody's going to be mowing grass, probably I would have a high likelihood, if I were to forecast, if there was a grass meter, mowing meter on here, that meter would probably be maxed out, because a lot of you are going to probably be mowing your yards thanks to all this rain that we've seen the last several days. And so you can maybe go ahead and start putting your fall decor if you're growing pumpkins, particularly our farmers out there that have all that acres of land, and maybe want to do any of your pumpkin patches or even orchards in our area. Of course, remember, come out and support local Wednesday at the farmers market, as we are a sponsor of that this year. Not many more Wednesdays and Saturdays you can go out. That's going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. So if you want to get out there to the farmers market on Wednesday morning, I believe it's from 7 to 12 or 12:30. And again, and it's also on Saturday, I believe the same time, 7 or 7:30 to 12 or 1. So check that on the farmers market website. We'll have all that on our, we've been running that. If you watch our daily commercials we have during our paid programming, we'll have that advertisement floating on there. You can check that out, and also at the farmers market itself. So other than that, hey, we have some rain to contend with tonight, and then we have lots of sunshine coming in for the next several days, along with these high pollen levels. So enjoy it, take advantage of it. Friday football practices, you're looking pretty good. So students, in recess time, hey, teachers, take the kids outdoors, let them run off that energy. That's good for them too. Take care, everybody. We'll talk again on Tuesday. I may have to find some new things to talk about, because the way things are going, it's going to be more of a carbon copy and repeat forecast the rest of this week. We'll talk soon.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.